Good evening. My name is Shinyi Pai, and I'm the program director at Town Hall. On behalf of Town Hall Seattle, it's my pleasure to welcome you. We're so glad to have you here tonight, both in person and virtually. As we get underway, I would like to acknowledge that our institution stands on the unceded traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, particularly the Duwamish. We thank them for our continued use as natural resources of their ancestral homeland. We're excited to partner with the Bushwick Book Club Seattle to present their entire season on the Town Hall stage. Be sure to tune in online or in person for our next Bushwick event on December 11th, Ink Aloud, which will feature the work of local authors Anne Liu Kalor, Robert Lashley, and Thomas Hitoshi Pruiksma, plus 3 musicians and 9 new songs. As part of our Arts and Culture series, tonight's event is sponsored by For Culture, Arts Fund, Washington State Arts Commission, and the Seattle Office of Arts and Culture. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle is also supported by For Culture and the Seattle Office of Arts and Culture. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making tonight's event possible. Finally, Town Hall Seattle and the Bushwick Book Club Seattle are both member-supported organizations, so I'd like to thank all of our members watching. Tonight, Bushwick brings together an evening of music inspired by the written word, inspired by Frank Herbert's Dune. Please join me in welcoming Bushwick Book Club's Associate Director, Wes Weddell.
Hey, my name is Wes Weddell. Welcome to the Bushwick Book Club Seattle presents original music inspired by Frank Herbert's Dune. If you don't know, or just things are running together as they do these days, the Bushwick Book Club Seattle exists to deliver literature, music, and songwriting to the Seattle community while building the next generation of musicians and readers. This is our 12th mainstage season of programming original music inspired by books. Over 500 local musicians have participated since 2010. We're so happy to be here at Town Hall, which also includes streaming out into the world with all of the infrastructure that they invested in. So hello to you in the room, make some noise. And hello to you out in the world, make some comments. That is good. All right, let's just kind of see where we are here in the room here. Who has read Dune? Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Who has ever read a 600-page book? Okay. All right. Of words, not pictures. Who has ever visited the Oregon Dunes? Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Those inspired Frank Herbert. Tacoma's own Frank Herbert. Who has ever visited Frank Herbert Park in Tacoma? Oh, there's only one. That's all right. The prize for that person. You get tonight's all about the spice. You get a packet of spiced apple cider. I think it's mostly sugar. Win early, win often. All right. Yes, there is a new park out by Point Defiance. It has a sandworm sculpture. You should check it out. Who has ever wondered if there was enough water? Those of you with your hands down, where were you this summer? All right. Who has ever ingested a substance to help you focus? Okay, no cider for y'all. Okay. All right. Oh, I like this one. Okay, for male-identifying members of the audience, who's ever gone on record as saying women were smarter, but then made the dude the hero anyway? Anybody? No? Okay. You weren't going to get spiced for that either. All right. This is for everyone. Whoever thought you could or should save an entire group of people? All right. Appreciate the honesty there. Okay. All right. Is anybody here of royal blood? Okay, we got one. One over there. Spice for the hand. House right. Very good. Oh, probably, yeah. That's okay. All right, so if you haven't read the book, I want to sort of catch you up quickly so that you have some context for what's coming at you, right? Because we have 10 brand new songs, never before heard, being premiered tonight. 10 songs, all inspired by Dune. And then there's the movie that's out now, but prior to the movie that just came out, there was the David Lynch one, 1984, I believe, with Kyle MacLachlan. And about 5 years ago, someone asked him on Twitter to explain the plot of Dune, and he did. And I realize that this is a very visual-heavy gimmick, so in the interest of just sort of accessibility, I have researched the emoji version 14.0 CLDR names. These all have official names. Every emoji has an actual text name. So I'm going to read them to you. And then here's my plot synopsis. It goes like this. Earth, globe, Asia, Australia, droplet, raised hand, Kaaba, dagger, rocket, desert, sun, thermometer, hot pepper, 100 points, non-potable water, hourglass, not done, sunrise, new moon, pouting face, syringe, face screaming in fear, smiling face with horns, skull, collision, first quarter moon face, crescent moon, mouse face, collision, man walking, worm, bug, hourglass, done, person wearing turban, folded hands, collision, sleeping face, person in bed, flushed face, collision, bug, collision, oncoming fist, cross swords, crown, hashtag Dune. Now everybody in the room knows what is coming. We're so happy to have you here. We're so happy to have you streaming in. We're so happy to Town Hall for hosting this. We're happy to be hearing songs on stage again. Tonight, you will hear brand new music from Aaron Starkey, Kate Olson, Ben Mish, Michael Wallenfels, Intisaar, Reggie Garrett, Michael Owcharuk, Evan J. Peterson, Alex Guy, and Chris Poage. Can we give them all a hand? Tonight will unfold in 2 acts. Oh, you can follow along. Yeah, we got a digital program. Scan that. You can also head down to the merch table where many performers have information. You can find out more about what we do. You can scan this code and keep it forever. There's links to all sorts of people, particularly those who are performing tonight. If you hear something you like and you want to find out more, all of these people have online presences where you can find out more and hear more about them. Let's get the music started. Aaron Starkey. Aaron has been playing his blend of post-punk meets alt-country for almost 20 years in Seattle across many stages, both large and small, but his favorite shows to play are the Bushwick shows. I did not write that. Aaron wrote that. He's joined us for more than we tried over email to count, and we didn't get there.
We can't count very high.
No, that's. I mean, it's been a tough 20 months, but Aaron is here to start the music tonight. Please give a warm, soggy Bushwick welcome for Aaron Starkey.
Thank you. So much is made of the length of this book, and it's all true. And so going to write a song about it, just like all the filmmakers that I looked up that tried to make a movie, it's not easy. The Wikipedia article on the number of people that tried to make a movie about this book is it's pretty amazing. Hold on. I only brought one pick because it's the pandemic and I've lost all of the other ones. So I had to just kind of to dig in and find little bits and pieces of the book that I thought okay, I could make some part of that into a song, because there's no way. I mean, everybody found their own way into it, but it was quite a deal. But I feel like I got something. I'm pretty happy with it. And to the folks here, it's amazing. I haven't played in front of people since January of 2020, so this is pretty cool. And to the folks at home, I'm excited you're there too. My daughter Stella's out there. I've never gotten to say hi, Stella. It's your dad, so I get to do that. Yeah, can we say hi, Stella? That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of points for that. Okay, this song is called "The Mouse." When a single heart spins you around like a little mouse in the night, running you around, making noises that give a fright. When a single heart spins around you in the night. When the knives come out to make a little fight, close your eyes and dance is my cheap advice. Making noises that give a fright. When the little knives come out to finally make a fight. 'Cause all the things that I see, 'cause all the things that I see have led me to believe I will not escape this world. skip this planet and go and write some songs again, making noises that give a little fright. Perhaps I'll leave and sleep easy in the night, 'cause all the things that I see, 'cause all the things that I've seen have led me to believe I will not escape this world alive. I will not escape this world in time. I have hope to make it right, to see you lift, to see you thrive. I will not escape this world alive. I will not escape this world in time. I have hope to make it right, to see you lift, to see you thrive. Thank you.
That's Aaron Starkey. Check out his links at the in the digital program, and check out the band Gibraltar, one of his many projects, but one he spends a lot of time with. And let's give it early and often hand here for Nick Draws helping us stagehand here. Part of the return to live involves lots of microphone sanitizing and swapping. And this is Executive Director Jeff Larson here, who is pointing and gesturing and presumably making it better. Good work. In further interest of just sort of accessibility and inclusivity, I want to offer a physical description of myself for anybody attending or watching along that can't see me. I'm told I am a tall, lanky white guy. I'm wearing a very sparkly shirt tonight that makes Jeff very jealous. I've got new jeans on. I'm really happy about those. And for the last 20 months, I've been trying out a little bit of facial hair. The long hair didn't stick. We'll see how long this lasts. This is Kate Olson. Kate is a saxophonist, multi-instrumentalist, and improviser based in Seattle, Washington. She plays live as much as possible with as many different projects as she can manage. She is a saxophonist, but almost never plays saxophone for Bushwick shows. In the past, she has joined us for original music inspired by Exhalation, our collaboration with Jack Straw, which we're doing through rolling video releases this year. How to Do Nothing, Breakfast of Champions. Please welcome Kate Olson.
So, oh, hey, hi. I'm going to take my time kind of introducing myself, although that was delightful. Thank you, Wes, for that. Because I have a lot of moving parts up here, and so I need to make sure that they're all working. So the first thing that I want to do so I can really get used to the sound of my own voice on this microphone is tell you a little bit about what inspired me to write my song. My song is a hymn to water. So for all of you that read the book, you know that water is a very scarce resource on Arrakis, on the planet called Dune. And so this is kind of, it's sort of a tribute to the great entity that preserves the water. And so the I'm going to read you the lyrics because I'm not sure with everything that I have going on if it's going to come through when I'm actually singing it. And there's a part that I would like you all to participate in if you're willing. You don't have to, but if you want to. So there is a water cellar call, which is su su suk. Okay, and su is the Turkish word for water, so that's where that comes from. And then the end of that, so this is the real hymn part of this, is Shai-Cholud, which is the word for the giant worm. It's also the word, that same word in Dune mythology means sort of like the hearth god for the Fremen people. If you're like, I don't know what you're talking about right now, that's okay. We can still sing it together. So there's going to be this refrain, and it's going to sound something like this. Su, su, suk, shai, chalud. And it's going to happen over and over and over again. So if you are so moved, if you want to have this experience with me, which I would love, then I want you to sing it with me, okay? So that's the hymn part. And then the lyrics are, moon brings the tide, it purifies the blood, water feeds the tribe, seeding fertile mud. From water does all life begin, cells are swimming strange. Survival is the time we're in, exist in all the plains. You can kill your future fears, the stars will come to pass. Lush and green, the desert speaks, cultivate the grass. Dead, alive, like sand and wind, human math machines, eroding signs of long-lost kin, underground your future leans. And then we return to Su Su Suk, Shai Chalud. So I was really inspired by when Paul Moadib is first sort of like meeting his sort of like Fremen community, and he's challenged by a man named Jameis, who challenges him to Mortal Kombat. And there are a lot of really cool things that kind of come out of that moment where we start to see how this tribal Fremen people are, they're really deeply civilized because of how they bury their dead and how they treat their dead, even though they need to get the water back from the dead. One of the things that really inspired me was a Bene Gesserit axiom. It says, survival is the ability to swim in strange water. So that comes up in my song. And there's also a sort of a hymn that happens. It's so funny, like, it's a book about, you know, like so many different things, but part of it is about the lack of water and ecology around arid climates, and my book is water damaged because I live in Seattle and I bike a lot and it got soaked. So the memorial service for Jameis ends. Full moon calls thee, Shai Chalud shalt thou see, red the night, dusky sky, bloody death didst thou die. We pray to a moon, she is round, luck with us will then abound. What we seek for shall be found in the land of solid ground. So that also really inspired me to write this song. I am a saxophonist, but I'm going to sing and play guitar, and I'm going to play this instrument, which is a bass clarinet. So the bass clarinet was invented by Adolph Sax, who invented the saxophone, so it's kind of like a saxophone, but it's more like a clarinet. And I'm going to try out a couple sounds just to make sure that everything is working, and then I promise we'll actually get to my song, okay? Is everybody doing good? Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to move this monitor so it's facing a little bit more towards me. Is that okay? Jeff's going to help me out. How many of you have seen a bass clarinet in concert before? About half the audience. Awesome. That's what a bass clarinet sounds like. All right, here we go.
Kate Olson. Playing a whole bunch of things that were not a saxophone. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Kate Plays Sax. That's what you can do. This is Ben Mish. Ben Mish is an experienced singer, songwriter, and performer. His musical style is steeped in tradition, yet with originality. As a songwriter, Ben has licensed many songs for use in film and television. His song Shine on Everything was used as a featured song on the ABC TV show Grey's Anatomy. All right? Yeah? All right? Anybody remember that episode? No? No spice for you? All All right. As a performer, Ben has toured extensively. Notable performances with his band Left Hand Smoke include a headlining stage at Bumbershoot, an opening slot for Maroon 5, and an opening slot for Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam. He has joined Bushwick in the past for A People's History of the United States, The Boys in the Boat, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, and a whole lot more. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Mish.
Thank you, Wes. Nice to see everybody in person. Last time I did Bushwick, it was via Zoom, so it's nice to be out here in the real world. I was just looking at the appendix of the Dune book, and I learned that my last name, Mish, when said twice, Mish means apricots on the planet Arrakis. So I thought it took me a little while to determine what kind of song I wanted to write after reading this book, because it's just so colossal in its scope. But I thought about when Paul gains the ability to see the future, it causes the Fremen people to consider him their Messiah, and he sees their power in battle as a valuable asset in the fight to take back Arrakis. But he starts to fear that once the Holy War begins, it might be difficult to ever make it stop. And I thought about the stories that we tell ourselves and the difficulty of making decisions that may have effect on a large group of people. And I came from the perspective of a child, and this is called Fear of Heights. Where do they go? The trees that stretch so high to the sky, playing with the leaves, balance with the breeze that blows by. Down is a long way to fall. Look at those books. Look for the heroes in the songs. They felt no fear, and as the future neared, they pushed on. Down, it's a long way to fall. Down is a long way to fall. Oh, to fall. Oh, oh. Up on the bridge where we played as kids, we felt so tall. All those great men, they took the world with them and risked it all. All of those words, I'm not sure they came from me. Were they from a script or from a show I watched on TV? Down, it's a long way to fall. All those great moments They appear in dreams, but they can never be recovered. Down, it's a long way to fall. Down, it's a long way to fall.
Ben Mish.
Thank you.
Ben is left-handed. He plays in a band called Left Hand Smoke. If you go to the digital program, there's a link to a recent article about both of those things. Ben being left-handed and his band Left Hand Smoke. You can also find out information about a lot of our performers and the organization, our partnerships with Seattle Arts and Lectures and Jack Straw Cultural Center, Style Songwriting through Youth Literature Education, the education wing of Bushwick Northwest nonprofit. It's currently booking for 2021, 2022. All sorts of info about that downstairs at the merch table, off of those stairs over there. We hope to see you there at the intermission. And we're going to do a video next of Michael Wallenfels, who, keep it on this slide for a second, Jeff. Michael is, in addition to being a singer and songwriter, is our graphic designer. And this poster is his. All of the season artwork are designs that he did. And just trying to include and accommodate as many people as possible this season, we're letting some people send videos in. So let's enjoy a song and a video from Bushwick's own Michael Wallenfels.
My name is Michael Wallenfels, and I'm very grateful to be with you all tonight and for your support of Bushwick and Town Hall Seattle and the arts as a whole. I love Dune. This was a great book. It lived up to the hype. Don't let anybody scare you off this book. You can fly right through it. One of the experiences that I really connected with and what this whole song is about is Paul Atreides, the young man who becomes the leader after his father is killed. He gets a power to see into the future, not just any future, but all the different futures that he could inhabit based on the choices that he makes. You'll hear all about that in this song. And there's one person that I need to thank. That's my son, Henry. I needed a videographer, and he agreed to film me if I would film him. So you'll see me, you'll see him. Henry, thank you so much. And everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the song, and I hope you have a great night.
Papa gave me power, heavy is the crown. Now I can hear my destiny under the ground. Can you hear that sound? Mama gave me magic, see what is to come. One way over, one way is under the gun. How do I find my way, find where I need to be? How do I plan my escape if I'm already free? How do I bend my will when my spirit wants to break? 'Cause I don't know which road to take. Walk into the future, easy as I please. Who fears the lock when your mind is a skeleton key? How do I find my way when I'm where I need to be? How do I plan my escape if I'm already free? How do I bend my will when my spirit wants to break? 'Cause I don't know which road when I'm where I need to be? How do I plan my escape if I'm already free? How do I bend my will when my spirit wants to break? 'Cause I don't know which road to take.
Hello, everybody. My name's Melissa Montalto. Yes, I'm the membership director for Bushwick and occasional performer. And thank you all so much for being here. And I want to thank all of our Bushwick family and friends that are home watching the show as well. So I just want to take a moment to let you know that we do have a Bushwick membership. And many different levels, starting at $5 a month and going up from there. If you are an educator, you do get a free membership and discounted ticket prices. And so that's another way to become a member. For everyone else, the membership starts at $5 a month, and then there's so many benefits to becoming a member. First of all, you get discounted tickets, so it essentially pays for itself throughout the season. We also hold book clubs and pre-member parties. We've been doing those online because we felt like that was just the safer way to do that for now and just make everybody more comfortable, but we've been having a great time and really getting to know people, getting to know your community. So if you love book clubs or you've been looking for a book club, this is one way to do it. And you also get to speak with the artists and see what inspires them. And it's a really nice back and forth conversation. And I think we've all enjoyed getting to know each other these past few seasons online. Hopefully we'll do them in person soon. You also get priority seating at these shows here because it's going to get really competitive soon. So in times to come, there will be more of that. And at different levels, we have different gifts. If you prefer things like mugs, we've got T-shirts. And then if you've seen some of our artwork, which you can check out at the table, Michael Wallenfels, who is the performer that was just going to go, creates all of our artwork. And you can get a framed poster if you donate at the hardcover level. So your membership helps our organization to keep going. It helps us to continue to deliver literature, music, and songwriting to the Seattle community and inspire the next generation of readers and artists. And so we also have the other part of our organization, which is Style, where we go into schools and help kids learn how to write songs about books that they're reading. So all around, it's a great program, and we really appreciate your support already. If you are not a member yet, I highly encourage you to join, and you can come talk to us at the membership table. Geez, I can't talk right now. Or find us online or send me an email, and we'll get back to you. All right. So our next performer tonight is Intisaar, who told me to do this. Intisaar. A Seattle-based Palestinian-American singer, guitarist, and composer, therapeutic, entertaining, emotive, and has a wide vocal range with a haunting, powerful soprano. Yeah, no pressure. Channeling 90s female icons like Fiona Apple, Beth Gibbons, and Tori Amos. She is an accomplished and resourceful guitar player with an emphasis on finger picking, so let's give it up for Intisaar.
Hi. Thanks, sorry, I have to adjust. How's everyone doing? Great. Look at all the people. This is great. Okay, so my visual cues for anyone who needs them. I have long black hair. I'm wearing a black shirt and black pants. And I am playing a 12-string acoustic Martin. So, the song that I wrote for this Bushwick Book Club about the book Dune is basically speaking to Jessica, the mother of Paul. She is, at least at the part of the book I was reading, she was struggling with rearing her son as a Bene Gesserit, even though he was male, and all of the Bene Gesserits are supposed to be female. And her entire life, she has been living this life of servitude, and this is like this act of rebellion that she does. And the Reverend Mother, who has been guiding her whole life, says this parable, which I thought was really powerful, about rebelling while staying within a system. I don't know if you guys have read the book, but the metaphor uses the metaphor of a willow tree, and it says, "The willow submits to the wind and prospers until one day it is many willows, a wall against the wind." I just thought that was a very beautiful, powerful description of working within a system and submitting, and then ultimately building up your forces to rebel. Anyway, I'm gonna sing the song now. It's called "The Willow."
There's a hot wind blowing, oh, the willow stands. Will it bend? Will it break? And your constant knowing of how the story ends, your dreams that see your life awake, your life awake. You can't stand alone at the willow bend till it breaks. You can't stand alone, so let the willow bend. Your progeny will show you how to rebel against. You can't stand alone as the willow bends. All your life has led you to this You can't stand alone. Let the willow bend. Your progeny will show you how to rebel against. Thank you.
Intisaar. Welcome to the Bushwick Book Club. We're going to take a short intermission. Please visit the cafe downstairs, visit our merchant information table, find out more about Town Hall's programs, and fill out the little quiz slip if you want a chance to be called on stage when we return to answer questions that reading the book won't help you with, and possibly win a prize. Short intermission. We'll see you back here with a whole bunch more songs very shortly. Thanks again for being with us. Hello. Welcome to Act 2. Shai Hulaud and I are here to do the quiz. Somewhere, Mr. Hulaud has misplaced a coffee cup with a nice misspelling of the name in true Starbucks style, but it's floating around somewhere. I think somebody busted it from backstage. But anyway. A wonderful thing about the community of artists and supporters that we have is that sometimes someone will make you this for the show. So I would like to recognize Brandy for the contribution. It is quiz time. Every Bushwick show has a quiz right after intermission. Having read the book will not help you. 3 of you will get your names drawn out of here. You can come on stage to those conveniently distant microphones there, and I will read you some questions, and you'll play for some prizes. Once they're up here, we'll also get some nice game show music from Mr. Ben Mish. So, but so that we're all on the same page, I try to keep the barrier to entry low, so I want to make sure everybody knows what the correct answer to this was and just feels, like this game is on the level. So the question. Which of these is not an imperial house in the Duneverse? A, Atreides. Wait, no. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm looking at the prompter, which is giving spoilers. They're not up there yet. We're good. Which of these is not an imperial house in the Duneverse? A, Atreides. B, Harkonnen. Boo. C, Corino D. Hufflepuff. Incorrect. It's Hufflepuff. Yeah, okay. So I dare you to call my friend here Hufflepuff, see what happens to you. All right, so we're going to draw. This isn't going to work. Or will it? Okay, we're going to draw 3 names. Here, if I draw your name, come on up. All right, Grant Seward. Come on up. All right. Andrew Mish, come on up. Oh, that's convenient. Jordan Hayes, come on up. All right. Excellent. All right. There's too much stuff up here. Hang on. One of the prizes. Spice drops. Okay. So who did we had Grant first. Okay. And then we had Andrew. The order is very important. Yeah, that's nice. More of that. Yep. Mm-hmm. All night. right, first to 3 wins. Your pick of these spices. So you can pick cinnamon, which says aged up to 15 years for rich flavor. Allspice, that's all of them. All of the spices. So, good bang for your buck. Always ground from whole allspice berries. Ground nutmeg. You'll also each get another one of these. And the winner will get the spice drops. We'll play it out. It's all very simple. Shai Hulad and I will say the name of something, and you have to tell me, is it? It's Dune. Tonight's topic, is it a computer worm or a dating site? It is. Each one of these is either a computer worm or a dating site. Ready to go?
No.
Here we go anyway. All right. Grant, we will start with you. Oh, your name is blocked here. Mamba.
What is a computer worm?
That's incorrect. It's a dating site. Its primary language is Russian. Okay. All right, Andrew. Huh? Oh, it was. You did ask me a question. That's good. I see. Andrew, my life.
What?
My life. Is my life a computer worm or a dating site? The graphics aren't going to do anything more the whole rest of the time. Just.
What is a computer worm?
That's incorrect. So, oh, no, wait, sorry. You guys, you don't have to answer in form of a question. It's throwing me off. That's correct. I'm sorry, it's a computer worm from 2002. Man, good work, Andrew. This return to live is just, one step at a time for everybody. All right, Jordan. Love Struck.
Is it a dating site?
It is.
Oh.
It is UK, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Okay. How about Datamate or Datamate if you prefer?
Could you spell that, please?
DATA space MATE. Datamate. Datamate.
I don't have much experience with dating sites. I'm going to go computer worm again.
Nope. It was a dating site from 1968 in MIT. Early IBM computer thing there. Okay, Andrew. How about Dabber? Dabber. DABBER. Dabber.
What is a computer worm?
That is correct. All right. Okay. It's from 2004. All right. How about Love Letter?
Is that a computer worm?
It is. Came from the Philippines in 2002. All right. Grant, we got to get you on the board. How about Spray?
Yeah, I think I need some help. Can I ask the audience?
Yeah, they don't know.
Computer worm?
Makes
Computer worm. Third time's a charm.
Nope. Spray Date is sadly defunct. It was only available in Sweden. Andrew for the win. Taste Buds.
What is a computer worm?
Incorrect. Taste Buds attempted to match utilizing your taste in music. All right. All right, Jordan. Wank.
Dating site.
Incorrect. Wank is from 1989. It spread an anti-nuclear message. Grant, they're letting you back in the game. How about My Cupid?
Oh, dating
Not-
site.
That's correct. Not Q-tip. Cupid is a Japanese dating site. Andrew, Love Fort.
What is a dating site?
That's correct. All right. Yes, but we're going to play it out. I didn't spend this much time to be done with it now. Okay. How about Snow White?
Computer worm.
That's correct. All right, yes. Also known as Full Moon, the email spreading it came from haha@sexyfun.net. Grant, it's all you till you get there. St. James.
Computer worm.
Nope. From 1964, the first commercially run computer-generated matchmaking company, Parship. P-A-R-S-H-I-P, Parship.
Computer worm.
No, that is a dating site. In Europe and Mexico, it focuses on long-term relationships. Sir Cam. S-I-R-C-A-M, Sir Cam.
Dating site.
No, that's computer worm. It's all right. How about bagel?
Coffee meets bagel?
No.
Dating site.
Just bagel. Nope. Also known as beagle. Not to be confused with coffee meets bagel dating for professionals. How about sober?
Dating site.
Nope, that's worm from 2003.
Can you try...
Disguised as an email from
Can you
the
try
US government.
Tinder? I think I know that one.
All right. How about sad mind?
Computer worm.
That's correct. All right. 2001. Okay. How about Huggle?
Dating site.
That is correct. Thank you all for playing. I will meet you all right over there to distribute prizes. Let's bring out our next performer, someone who's been with Bushwick for a long time and has some guests with him tonight. Most recently did a one-off partner event we did with Marcus Harrison Green, who's got a new book out and just did an event at Town Hall. Reggie Garrett.
I first read Dune a long time ago when I was in college. It was one of those books that everybody read. It was taught in a science fiction class that a friend of mine took, so he introduced it to me. And I read that, and I read, I think, the next two after it. So I kind of had an idea of the sweep of the whole story. It kind of made me think. I went to school for art, graduated as a painter, and for my show I had to make a statement about my art, I guess, and my way of working. And one of the things that I said was, when I make a painting, when I'm done, of course, there's the painting and you can see it, but for me, the real thing was the journey from the beginning all the way until that thing was done. Because when I'd paint, things would come up that I'd see, that I'd get interested in, explore that path and do something different, and that might suggest something else, and then I'd take it over this way. And when I finished, I'd have something that I had no idea I was going to paint. It wasn't what I had in mind. And songwriting is kind of like that for me. So when I read this thing, the second time, I thought, I'm going to go for the whole dramatic sweep. It's like the great houses and this big epic war and the religion and all of that stuff. And as I wrote it and went through different iterations, and it changed, and finally what it distilled down to for me was something sort of between a love song and a prayer, sort of like a love song between and among Chani and Paul, back and forth to each other, a prayer for what the Fremen were waiting for, possibly Paul as the savior. It's either a love song or it's a prayer. I don't know, I just wrote it. It's called Soft the Morning Light. Soft the morning light, time suspended, waiting to be born. This breath held in darkness, so long that faith near descended into naught. Now all of time and space laid bare before my feet and thine. I saw you in dreamtime. I've known you for ages outside of time, and I've seen in the darkness the joining of what we were, what we shall become. What can I say to ease your mind? What words can do? Night falls o'er sleeping sands, quiet, the desert winds caress your skin. I will hold your hand in mine, my love. I will hold you in my dreams. Mm. Thanks a lot, y'all. Mr. Jeff Larson. Mr. Lisa Newhall. Thank you.
Garrett. Thank you so much, Reggie. All right. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for being here again. I'm Jeff Larson, Executive Director once again, and we're really happy to be here doing Dune. But I'm only here to introduce the next performer who's coming up next. So I just want to welcome Michael Owcharuk out onto the stage. This man has been with us for a very long time. Welcome, Michael. So Michael's been with us for a long time. He's man, what books have you done here? Man, this is fantastic. 1984, Pride and Prejudice, The Sparrow, Jack Straw Writers Anthology, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Phantom Tollbooth, The Dark Knight Returns. So many books over the years, and he always brings something special for us. It's fantastic, and he's a composer, he's a pianist. He works at the PNB now, I believe. It's pretty awesome. And his love for music compels him to work in many different styles, to collaborate with a diverse group of artists, including the great Kate Olson, who's here to perform with him. Please give them both a round of applause.
Check, check. I'm just talking. Hello? Hello? Is this on? Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Okay. So I want to start off by saying there's something funny I saw on the internet. I guess when the production house that did the new movie Dune came out, they did a Twitter campaign. Describe Dune. Maybe some of you remember this. Describe Dune in one sentence. And so it makes me laugh every time I think about it. Somebody wrote, he goes, "It's a bunch of horny, powerful men that can't get along fighting over a planet made entirely of cocaine." And I just think that's amazing. Okay, so I love this book. I've read it. First time I read it was about 20 years ago. I've read it several times since. I have not got to the next two, but that's coming up next for me. I love the story. There's so much in it that you can write about. So, kind of, the direction I went with is it's just the piece is called Muad'Dib, and kind of like when he realizes what his place is. And there was something really good that I don't remember from the first reads. Is at the start of every chapter, there's like this little blurb which actually gives a lot of characterization and a lot of exposition. And this is kind of, I have a little backing track here. There'll be some voiceover, so I think should be fairly plain as to what's going on there. So it's kind of like just the collected sayings of Muad'Dib, and like after they've been battling 2 years, he's been out in the desert with the Fremen. And kind of, it's a soundtrack for the desert and kind of what's going on in his mind, his imagination, and he's coming to terms with him being, the chosen one, I guess. So there we go. And lovely Kate Olson here with me. Absolutely.
I would like an A and an E together.
Okay. Are we all set to go with the, yeah? Okay. There is in all things a pattern that is part of our universe. It has symmetry, elegance, and grace, those qualities you find always in that which the true artist captures. You can find it in the turning of the seasons, in the way sand trails along a ridge, in the branch clusters of the creosote bush, or the pattern of its leaves. We try to copy these patterns in our lives, in our society, seeking the rhythms, the dances, the forms that comfort. Yet, it is possible to see peril in the finding of ultimate perfection. It is clear that the ultimate pattern contains its own fixity. In such perfection, all things move toward death. Desert War that Paul Muad'Dib lay alone in the cave of birds beneath the Kiswa hangings of an inner cell. And he lay as one dead, caught up in the revelation of the water of life, his being translated beyond the boundaries of time by the poison that gives life. Thus was the prophecy made true that the Lisan al-Gaib might be both dead and alive. Warrior and mystic, ogre and saint, the fox and the innocent, chivalrous, ruthless, less than a god, more than a man. There is no measuring Muad'Dib's motives by ordinary standards. In the moment of his triumph, he saw the death prepared for him, yet he accepted the treachery. Can you say he did this out of a sense of justice? Whose justice, then? Remember, we speak now of the Muad'Dib who ordered battle drums made from his enemies' skins. The Muad'Dib who denied the conventions of his ducal past with a wave of the hand, saying merely, I am the Kwisatz Haderach. That is reason enough.
My brother is here.
Michael Owcharuk. A little help from Kate Olson. Good to have you back. Catch him at Vito's sometime. You got something on the calendar?
Yes, December, first Friday in December with Kate Olson.
The first, December 3rd with Kate Olson. And, so if you liked that, head up the street a little bit in a month. And if you didn't, wait another week and meet us here for the next Bushwick Book Club Seattle, which is our inaugural Exiled. Will be December 11th, Saturday, right here at Town Hall. It is a co-curation with Shinyi Pai, who you met right at the top of the show, Town Hall's program director. Original music inspired by 3 different local authors who will all be on hand: Robert Lashley, Thomas Hitoshi Prieksma, and Anne Lou Keller. Really excited for that. It's always nice when we have the authors in the room. And speaking of authors in the room, hi, Evan J. Peterson. Oh, it's nice to see you. Evan is one of only a small handful of people who have both performed as an artist writing something inspired by a book and also had their book be the featured title for a show. Evan J. Peterson is the creator of Drag Star! From Choice of Games, the world's first drag performer RPG, as well as The Prep Diaries, which is the book we did. His writing has appeared in Weird Tales, Queers Destroy Horror, Nightmare Magazine, and Best Gay Stories 2015. His serialized novel, Better Living Through Alchemy, is currently releasing digitally, chapter by chapter, from Broken Eye Books, and his first full-length poetry book, Metaflesh, Poems of the Voices of the Monster, is just out from Eris Entertainment. That's pretty exciting.
Isn't it?
Evan J. Peterson.
Thank you. Thank you. For those who are listening and would like a visual description, I am not outfitted desert fashion. I have on a black t-shirt with the collar itself is a zipper, so the zipper winds around the head. And I've got this nifty vinyl face mask, black vinyl with big white laces stitched onto it like Catwoman from Batman Returns. And I'm a very, very, very light-skinned ginger blonde. All right. So how many of you saw the latest movie from Denis Villeneuve? I loved it. It was not perfect, but, you know, when is a fan favorite ever going to be perfect? I think my biggest complaint was too much Paul, not enough Jessica. I mean, I love Timothée Chalamet's little elf face as much as the next lecherous 40-year-old, but, you know. But Jessica, and to have, when I heard Rebecca Ferguson was cast as Jessica, she was amazing as the villain in Dr. Sleep. Oh my God, she was perfect. Okay, so I knew that I was going to write my piece on the Bene Gesserit. I think a lot about how powerful they are and how they are so powerful that they don't have to prove it. You know, that's true mastery. They just show up and do what they do and don't get in their way. And I was thinking about the women of Dune and this quote that closes the book: "History will remember us as wives," which the Lady Jessica says to Cheney. And every time I read the book, I interpret that a little differently. Some years it feels really like, yeah, they're not just concubines, they are partners. And then the last time I read it, I was like, wives? That's kind of selling them short. History remembers them as wives, not warriors who toppled an imperium. But here we go. This poem is titled "The Neck." And I promise it makes sense if you've read the book. 1. The head of a bull, the head of a hawk, a heavy head, a crowned and heavy head supported by the softest neck. The neck that turns the head of state, of the house. A needle pointed at the neck, sharp as the eye of a mother, a reverend mother, a maker. A poison that kills only animals, a poison needle aimed at a human throat. 2. A worm is all throat and gut, kilometers of gut, crop and gizzard and teeth with no face, the crystal teeth in the faceless mouth like a moon shattered. With necklaces of sand wound about its throat, the whole world is ground, bone and crystal, down to sand. A sandworm is all throat, a throat full of teeth. 3. A voice full of fangs, honed sharp as a scalpel, surgical in its authority. That vibrato, that timbre. That knife which can't be seen, that gun which can't be held, but its report strikes like iron from the neck, which stays soft as long as it can. Soft and strong, but soft, the wind and sand and sun would tan it down to leather. 4. Teeth of the worm, horn of the bull, beak of the eagle, tusk of a boar, and head of a lion's head on a neck, on a man, on a throne. Pluck the head off its neck, a head on a throne, a severed head on a lion throne. 5. A neck and a throat are one. A neck and a throat and a spine are one. A throat and a voice and a poison are one. The neck's supple flesh hides an adamantine spine. Paralysis clothed in silks, a neurotoxin in human form, the nerve of some women. Thank you.
Evan J. Peterson. If you want to check out more poems like that, head to that digital program, and you can order Evan's book and check it out. All right. We got a couple more for you. Thanks again so much for being out. And I want to remind folk that in addition to December 11, we've got a whole, January, February. We're taking March off for our annual fundraising gala, April, May, June. We're so happy to be here, Town Hall all season long. January will be Crying in H Mart, Michelle's honor. February will be Britt Bennett's The Vanishing Half. And these next two performers, I'm really excited that they're next to each other in this show, because the last time Alex Guy and Chris Poage were back to back in a Bushwick show was at Cafe Nordeau sometime in October of 2016, and it happened to be Game 7 of the World Series that year, which, if you remember, I don't know if you do, was the year that the Chicago Cubs ended their 108-year curse, and we had a bootleg feed going back by the soundboard, and we watched baseball history happen to the sound of Chris Poage turning his banjo into a rifle with a cheap PV amplifier, and Alex Guy doing what Alex Guy does with loops. And you can't score life any better than that. Alex Guy is a Seattle-based violinist, violist, singer, and composer, and is the leader and principal songwriter of Led to See, a magnetic trio that fuses classical pop and experimental music. Alex has also composed extensively for dance, film, and theater, and has performed and collaborated with many notable band leaders, composers, improvisers, and musicians in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. Check her out, Led to See, on the digital program. About ready there, Alex? Yeah. Alex Guy.
That was like a race against time. I was like, oh, I can't remember how long my bio is, like trying to plug everything in, get it ready in time. I think it was a good fit timing-wise, but. Well, thanks for being here tonight, everybody, and also thanks to everybody who's at home listening. And it's a real honor to be sharing the stage with so many extremely creative people. It's pretty awesome. So I loved the book. I tried to read the book when I was young because I have an older brother and dad who loved to read, and I probably tried to read Dune when I was like 10, and I was like, I don't get any of this, and this is boring. But this time, I couldn't put it down, and one of the themes that really stood out to me was the culture of the Fremen, like this entire society, working essentially collaboratively to build a vision of big ecological change, but a vision that wasn't going to come to fruition for probably 300 to 500 years. And I was already kind of taken by that, imagining essentially like a society of 5 million people all working together. And then there was this kind of stunning revelation partway through the book that a lot of their really vigilant water conservation practices weren't just because there wasn't any water, but because they were actually accumulating water in this vast underground reservoir, and that when they got the required amount, then they could actually put the plan into motion. And that like really blew me away because their lives were so regimented, so controlled, so much restraint. And it wasn't just because they didn't have the resources, but because they were trying to actually accumulate the resources to make life better for generations 300 years later. And then I thought about, well, what if you were a young person who was questioning life and wondering why your entire community, family, and society was living in this really intense, vigilant way? If maybe you could have a little more ease, but you were choosing not to as a society. So there's the song. And here we go. Dave, do you mind turning my viola down just a chunk in up here? Yeah, thank you.
we change, transform all of our lives? If we wait and hold still, will we change, transform all of our lives? If we wait and hold still, will we change, transform all of our lives? If we wait and hold still, transform all of our lives. If we wait and hold still, will we change, transform our lives?
Thank you. Alex Guy. Alex very recently did the Bushwick partnership with Seattle Arts and Lectures. It was fun to be back in the Hugo House space again. And the next one of those is December 3rd. If you don't go see Michael Owcharuk at Vito's, where do you need me to be? Not here. All right. Can the cameras find me? And I'm really excited for that one. It's going to be with Rita Dove, former poet laureate. Right? Right, Evan? Yeah. Yep. So, right, Levon Hardison will do an original song inspired by that, and it's online only, sadly. I mean, not sadly, because it gets to happen. But Seattle Arts and Lectures continues to, there's so many organizations that just continue to find a way to keep art out there for you to drive through the rain and find, if you so choose, or stay home and stream into. So we're really grateful to work with Seattle Arts and Lectures, grateful to work with Jack Straw Cultural Center, and next video release will be week and a half. Episode either 5 or 6 of 12 this year will come out then. And we're gonna send you home with this fella here. But first, I wanna do some thank yous. How about a big hand for Dave Campbell doing sound in the back of the room? 2 floors down is a crew of Mo Preventure and Josh Manley mixing and shooting this for the live stream. Let's see some snaps in the comments on the feed and let them hear you. Again, so many thanks to Town Hall for seeing that this was needed and inviting us to be here. Michael Wallenfels designed the poster. Big hand for Nick Draws, who is up here moving microphones around all night. The Bushwick production team is Jeff Larson, Melissa Montalto, Elisa Newhall, Michael Wallenfels, Wes Weddell. Our house manager at Town Hall tonight was Candace, and there's a whole army of employees and volunteers that make this happen. Let's go home to the sound of the accordion and cajon, shall we? Everyone's favorite duo, the accordion and the cajon. A player of piano, guitar, and woodwinds, and accordion, Chris Poage is a singer-songwriter from Bothell, Washington. Poage has released several albums with a wide range of groups and currently leads the Chris Poage Band. I've gotten to share bills with him several times, and I enjoy it every time. His new 2021 Horn, capital H Horn, you capitalized Horn, infused folk album, A Stone's Throw, is available on all the major streaming platforms. And here at the merch table, he's joined us for Bonk, Blood Meridian, Isaac Asimov's Foundation, Sherlock Holmes. Just released this album. He plays every instrument. It's available everywhere. Chris Poage.
Thank you, Wes. Greetings.
Hello.
So, I'm joined by my good friend Raul on the cajon. So, I'm a tall white guy with a shirt that's been chewed to death by moths. But I think that works out well because in this particular story, I'm reading along and I'm looking for my hook. What do I grab? What do I grasp out of this story to dive into and make a song out of? And as I'm going along, it gets to the point where Paul's flying out in a thopter over the desert, and he's gonna go out there, but there's these Dune men working in a spice harvester, and they're out there, and why would you choose to take that job? Who picks the job to work in a spice harvester in a desert filled with sandworms that will swallow you alive when you harvest the spice? And there was a couple of these kind of relatively under-identified characters in the story of Dune, and I thought, those are my guys. No information about them whatsoever. But what brings them there? And, well, there could only be one answer, and it could be the love of the spice, the willingness to trade everything, the willingness to live in the burning hot sun. This is his story, the story of Dune Man. Sets you free. Well, I got to have that spice, spice, spice. Got to have that melange, spice, spice. Got to have that spice, spice, spice. Got to have the melange, spice, spice. Whoa, spice melange. Hey! faraway lands. I've traveled beyond the sands. I've spent time in my body. It's hard to believe. I'd do anything for the spice. I'd trade my family and home. Oh, this life in the desert, here I will roam. My clothes are just patches of rags, but the veil of truth I have seen. Appearance is just a construct. My soul has the sheen. Yes, it does. Well, I got to have that spice. Spice, spice. Got to have a melange. Spice, spice. Got to have that spice. Spice, spice. Got to have a melange. Spice, spice.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bushwick. To everyone here and people at home.
Chris Poage! Thank you, Raoul, for joining. Let's hear it again for Aaron Starkey, Kate Olson, Ben Mish, Michael Wallenfels, Intisaar, Reggie Garrett, Michael Owcharuk, Evan J. Peterson, Alex Guy, Chris Poage. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Town Hall, for having us. We will see you again on December 11th. Be kind.